John Otway. Welcome back to Wickham.
Hi, yes.
Sorry about the weather.
It's quite amazing on the journey here in the car. It suddenly absolutely tipped down, and in August weather. I mean,
yes, yeah, we've had I think 8 years of unbroken sunshine, and then the 1 year that we don't have a big top because of COVID, it's chucked it down. So how much are you looking forward to this? How's lockdown been for you?
Oh, it hasn't been fun, has it?
No.
The first lockdown, I survived that quite easily. I was doing some Facebook online stuff, and again, like sort of like a lot of views, but it was the second one. It just seemed to go on forever without any gigs.
Yeah. And
it seemed like the government message was, you can go to work and you can do all the horrible, tedious stuff, but you can't have any fun.
No. No. Well, hopefully tonight we'll be able to have some fun despite having to move things around and with different stages because of the weather.
Yes. I had a look at where I was, and it is in a tent, and it is dry.
It is. So at least you'll be dry, and at least the people watching will be dry.
Yes.
So musically, how have you coped during lockdown? Have you been able to do much at all, or have you had many gigs since the easing of the restrictions?
Well, I have practised.
That's a first.
Well, the thing is, what I didn't want to do was, because if you're a guitarist and you just go for sort of months and months without playing, the ends of your fingers get soft. So when you actually start playing gigs again, it hurts. So I've been quite disciplined, I think is the word, and just done a bit of playing every day just to keep them. They're fun.
Yeah. And so, is this your first gig back?
No, I did a dry festival. Well, I mean, there was alcohol, but there wasn't rain. Last week, and that was great. It was actually just good to see people around and actually walk up to a bar and order a beer.
I've forgotten how to do that.
Yeah.
So you must be looking forward to getting a proper festival feel back.
Oh yes, absolutely, yeah.
And missing Wild Willie Barrett tonight?
Yes, I know. He's in isolation, sadly. So won't see him for a week or two.
Okay. But the usual mayhem in store?
Yeah, I think so. I think I can remember how to create mayhem.
Yeah, but you say it, but it has been a long time, and it must feel a little bit odd. Is this the longest you've gone without?
Oh yes, I mean since 1976, I've averaged 120 shows a year, and I mean this is huge.
Coming up for your 5,000?
Yeah, coming up for my 5,000th gig next April. And it was supposed to be this April, but because I haven't done any gigs for a year, it's next April, and it'll hit pretty much it will hit the 5,000 gigs exactly on the head.
Excellent. And that's at the Shepherd's Bush Empire.
Shepherd's Bush Empire, yeah.
So that'll be another proper party.
Oh yeah. I was going to do something for my 70th, and then I thought, the gig 5,000. There's not many people that do that, so I think that's
a hell of an effort.
It's a huge amount of gigs. There's really not that many bands that have done that. I mean, I counted at the big gigs that all the other bands have done, and 5,000 gigs is 2 Beatles, 1 Stones, a Wham and a Jam. Actually, if you had all their gigs up together, you get to 5,000.
I mean, lockdown's been really tough for you, hasn't it? If you've been counting up gigs that other bands have done.
Oh yeah.
Time must have just flown by. Well, we're delighted to have you here.
No, and I'm delighted to be back doing some work. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I have missed over the over the lockdown was my life was basically every weekend you'd go out, people would buy you drinks and pat you on the back and tell you what a good bloke you are. Yeah. And they haven't been doing that for 18 months, and I've missed it.
Yeah. Well, delighted to have you here.
Oh,
Thank you very much.